Namaste, namaste, namaste everyone.
नमस्कार जी।
सर
नमस्कार डॉक्टर द्विवेदी। नमस्कार
नमस्ते सभी को नमस्कार. गुड इवनिंग, गुड
गुड
इवनिंग.
इवनिंग।
नमस्कार.
नमस्कार।
सभी
नमस्कार
सभी को
माइट्रेया।
नमस्कार. सादर प्रणाम.
thank you for coming to this wonderful show, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank you.
inviting me, Venuji, Maitreya ji, and I'm very grateful. I look forward to contribute. सभी को
Thank you.
पुनः नमस्कार. Very good evening.
Thank you. So, welcome everyone on behalf of Soul Searchers to our first virtual roundtable conference. And today we have Adiguru Shri Maitreya ji with us, and also our chief guest, Dr. Toshendra Dwivedi, who will be giving the guest lecture today. And so we would like all of you to relax, keep your mobile phones off, and enjoy the next hour listening to both the esteemed speakers so that we can learn something to light up the future and be in a listening mode. So, welcome everyone again. Let's start now. We'll begin with a simple introduction to our organization, Soul Searchers. We're celebrating 30 years. Adiguru Shri Maitreya ji founded Soul Searchers. It's a socio-charitable trust. And we've been serving the community through seva, creating programs like this, educational awareness, meditation programs, yoga, for uplifting the consciousness. We know that everyone talks about how we want to see a change in the world, and Guruji always says the change begins within us. So we start with seva, and the motto of our organization is delve deep to find your true self. And the organization has been serving the community through many ways. I would like to give a brief introduction to our founder, Adigurumaitreya ji. His full name is Adi Naimisha Akala Kula Shri Adigurumaitreya Rudrabhayananda ji. And all that we share through Soul Searchers is passing down the knowledge through the Guru Shishya Parampara. Our Parampara is the Naimisha Parampara, and whatever Maitreya ji has learned from Baba, Agor Baba Pinakadrika ji, we are grateful to share with everyone over the past 30 years. And today we will start the session with the simple blessings from the Guru and the lineage. Take a moment. So Adiguru Shri Maitreya ji is the 744th illuminated master, part of the lineage, who has been sharing this wisdom of illuminating our lives from the inside, the journey from darkness to light. And his mission statement is for the expansion of individual consciousness. We are also always focused on I, me, and myself, our needs, our desires, and goals, but we all want world peace. So how does that happen? So the transition and the journey to be open our hearts more, to expand ourselves, to finally merge with the super consciousness and realize that we are part of the divine and the divine is always part of us. So he has been working in a very passionate and selfless manner, creating many different avenues to achieve this. And the motto is always service from the heart, through educating the community, not just by doing education awareness, but actually also financially supporting kids from underprivileged families, children of maids, daily wage laborers, so that their life quality can increase. And they have been settling with good jobs over the past 30 years and always get back to us about how the education has supported them. We've been doing Annadan for more than 30 years with the support of our community. And there has been a lot of programs for women's empowerment. And whenever there is trouble in India, whether it's the Kerala floods or relief, or, we've always been there. Team members have volunteered to rush in with disaster relief, whether it's providing food or medicines or whatever is needed, especially to the underprivileged communities. And we've also done a lot of medical programs supporting surgeries, leprosy centers, working with blood donations, and doing health checkups for underprivileged children. And the whole idea of the service is to give from our abundance and to create awareness so that we can receive the divine grace, and we can also share the same with the world around us. So just a brief glimpse. We've been doing weekly meditations. We've started with actually doing meditations for Tihar jail cellmates, so that we know that it's a very hard thing to do when we classify people as violent or non-violent, but everyone is human and everyone has this inner change that can always happen with Guru's grace. So we offer weekly meditations, monthly Annadan, and there has been a lot of awareness programs for not just treatment and health, but also for being able to develop oneself and the family and the children, because only when we change and our family changes, then can we reach out to the others in the society. So this has been a beautiful 30 years of service, and service, and mainly driven by the passion and the guidance of Adigurumaitreya ji. His vision is limitless. So we all to get the energy from him to look beyond ourselves. Thank you, Maitreya ji. And we have also been doing a lot of meditation and yoga programs. So through the lineage, as per the Guru Shishya Parampara, Adi Guru Shri Maitreya ji offers Diksha and initiations. And we've had both. With COVID, we've also started online sessions. We've also had Chaitya Yoga programs, which are not just Hatha Yoga, but it's a more conscious connection where we go connect deeply to ourselves. And there has been a series of programs that have happened over the years under Guru Maitreya ji's at schools, corporate levels, community centers, apartment complexes, and everywhere we go, Maitreya ji actually has created so many techniques for meditations as per the needs of the people. And he's developed more than 30,000 meditation techniques. Many of them are listed in his book, which is available. And all his meditations work on each one individual learning to delve deep within themselves and transform oneself and share the same joy with the rest of the world. Would like to share a little bit about the medical support that we've been doing over the years. We've had outreach programs in Chennai, in near Keelviranam, in near Vellore, in Gurgaon, Noida, and Bangalore, different suburbs of Bangalore. So we've arranged for doctors to come have physician checkups, especially for daily wage laborers and people who are not movable, the migrant population, who are really are not able to get the needs that they need. We've arranged for cataract surgeries. We've arranged for vision camps, blood donation camps. And the treatment for cancer patients is very expensive, but we've, with God's grace, been able to support a few for over a long period of time, because usually it's very hard to support them long term consistently. And with Guruji's grace, we've been able to do that. And there's a lot of medical awareness that was created, where when we did the assessment for health and wealth, we realized that some of the children were not even able to study well because either they had a vitamin deficiency, they simply couldn't see the board, or they just needed glasses, or So a lot of things, small things were picked on and guided, and we've been supplying nutritious food for 30 years to underprivileged children especially. And Guruji has also been sharing his knowledge of Ayurveda and healing and herbal remedies. And so simple meals can be made nutritious and can be shared by everyone wherever they are. So our health and wellness aspect has been over a very large outreach, whether it is especially during COVID also. We had a lot of when everybody was trying to figure out what we should do. Guruji guided us to actually work on the breath so that the lungs would expand and we could actually work on the lungs and get better, build a better immunity instead of, and to be calm. And the Soul Searchers has been doing a lot of charity work. At the same time, we've also been creating awareness through Guruji's books. He's published more than 45 books. He's written many articles and blogs, thousands of them, where he goes really deep into the spiritual evolutionary aspects of how we can grow, and starting from a basic how to breathe right for good health, and how to go deeper within to merge with the supreme consciousness. He's an ocean, so he's covered everything, and everybody can feel free to reach out and read his books and learn from him. He's the master. And of course, there are many awards and recognition Soul Searchers has been awarded for its work. And we are very happy when we see that the community um, support reaches many levels so that we can get further support for supporting more over the upcoming years. And these are just some pictures we wanted to share with you. For over the years, we've had spiritual fairs, meditation programs, and reaching out to children, teaching meditation not only to school kids, but also to underprivileged kids, building their immunity. We've also had a lot of children reaching out to us for basic survival, and Soul Searchers has played a very big part in the lives of many over 30 years, and we are happy to share the um, sense of fulfillment and contentment that we have by communicating with people how to live better lives. And these are just some small glimpses into what Soul Searchers has been doing for over 30 years. The depth of what has been shared is for people who have experienced it, who can share it better. And so with this, I would like to say Soul Searchers has been transforming the lives of children, adolescent kids who get stressed out before exams, and giving them small guided meditations, corporate level, how to deal with stress. So there are many training programs that happen under Soul Searchers. And so now for today, our topic is for the leaders of tomorrow. And Guruji always says, children are the source of the eternal light. The only thing required is to light the source and see the whole world lit. So today, I would like to welcome you all to this session. And this is our topic for today. I would like to say a few words about Adigurumaitreya ji. It is a great honor to introduce him today. His vision for inner work is deep. It is never superfluous. He always guides us to go delve a little deeper, a little deeper, a little deeper. So we truly realize how we can step forward and rise up to be the best that we can actually be. And he's been a source of a beacon of light, guiding many people all over the world. And we're happy here to invite you, or introduce you, Maitreya, for this session today, where we are starting the inner work for tomorrow's leaders. It's a great privilege and an honor. to have this 30-year celebration series happening. And whatever we learn today from him, we hope that it reaches many more today. I would also like to, Namaskar, Maitreya. And I would also like to introduce Dr. Toshendra Dwivedi. He's a distinguished professor of psychology at the Alliance University, and he's a multifaceted personality. He's excellent as educator, a researcher, a leader in psychological well-being and cognitive sciences and behavior. He has a doctorate from the University of Delhi on the power dynamics of youth, among youth, and he's over the years, he has shaped the psychological research, the development of curriculum, and he's also been academically mentoring people for 20 years. He's known for more than 40 international publications, and he's the author of many books. And he has been collaborating with UNESCO, the Election Commission of India, and national wellness initiatives. And this is a meeting of academia and public impact. Guruji will, his depth of inner work and inner evolution is just his divine presence, and Dr. Dwivedi's pure brilliance in the field of psychology will both come together today to bring about a beautiful transformation for tomorrow's leaders. And a transformative force is what we are looking forward to in the next 1 hour. So without further ado, I'll hand it over to you, Maitreya. Welcome, Dr. Deepika, and welcome
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you so much.
Maitreya, kindly stop sharing. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Namaskar, sir.
Namaste. सभी को प्रणाम, सभी को नमस्कार. A very good evening. नमस्ते. आदि गुरु मैत्रेयी जी को भी बहुत बहुत आभार और बहुत बहुत नमस्कार that you have invited me, and it's a proud privilege to be the part of the wonderful philanthropic work which is done by Adigurumaitreya ji. Only those live who live for others. So such a dedicated service to the nation, whether in the COVID, whether it's a student, whether it's and such a humbleness. So I would say the only Vedic pathway which says Vidya Dadati Vinayam, such a knowledgeable soul, but still I have seen Adi Guru Maitreya ji to be always full of blessings for others, always living to the pain of others and feeling it, always being the reason for harmony and happiness to others, and lot of dedicated service to the, I mean, destitute ladies. Even in Noida I have witnessed the student community, the COVID victims. So one biggest purpose to live is to live for others. Only those live who live for others. So my salutations to the dedicated services of soul searchers, when in the time when people are obsessed about material wealth, searching and exploring soul is very important, which may actually make you glorious. So my salutation and my gratitudes to Adi Guru and Madam Suri, Madam, and all the members of Soul Searchers. I'm very privileged to have been invited. Please accept my gratitudes and namaskar.
Namaskar, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Coming from sir, it's a big blessing also for me because I learned from him when I did my master's. So it's a big privilege for me to even come here on the stage to ask him some questions, which was quite relevant. And today I'll definitely start off with the basic question because it'll be like a question answer, and we invite other people also to put in their questions in the chat so that we can share it with sir with due course of time. So one of the prominent areas we need to understand is why is so much anxiety being part of life today?
Yes. Well, anxiety is by default very much prevalent in the today's society, partially because of the present hustle bustle of life. We are not living in the normal world. If you, in short, if someone asks me to define, I will say the youth particularly are living in the VUCA world, WUCA, where VUCA, VUCA world, V stands for volatile, U stands for uncertainty, C stands for chaos, and A stands for anxiety. There is a hustle bustle to crack competitive exams. There is a hustle bustle to follow the spiritual traditional norm, and there is a lot of bombardment of information which they don't know how to manage. Information in the form of social media, information in the form of different sensation seeking games to overcome loneliness, information in the form of news channels, websites, and WhatsApp and Facebook. So, somewhere youth is perplexed. He cannot handle this bombardment. And in this uncertainty, he explore more. He falls into the rat race of, leveling up as per the expectation of others, having the latest gadgets, having the latest car, mobile phones, and all. This he considers as the source of happiness, which rightly said in as the logo of our soul searchers. In this process, he forget who his actual self is, what gives harmony within. He forgets to connect within, which is very, very incredible. We see in India, there were rishis who have a very meager source of living, but they were very happy. There were dictums like that they used to take bhiksha from few homes, but they were satisfied. They knew next, they have a lot of hope that next day they can feed themselves. So this abstination, this tyag, this considering oneself to be a soul, the part of divine, which Advaita Vedanta says, which says there is a we and the God are one and the same. This feeling is lost. The youth has become sensation seeking. The youth has become materialistic. More and more accumulation of wealth and material means by hook or crook is leading to the domination, oppression, false personality, frivolous nature, getting satisfaction from the likes and social media leads. This leads to lot of anxiety, lot of show off and artificiality is being served, and in this process the real nature is lost, the definiteness in one's behavior and conduct is lost, the serenity and stillness which was source of satisfaction is lost. The joint family norm is breaking because of liberalization, globalization, and privatization. So this is in short. There may be other reasons also, like cutthroat competitions, high academic and digital pressures. Social isolation is increasing due to excessive digital exposure. People have, because of the breaking of joint family, people consider Facebook and Instagram only to be the real sense of, which is false, which is frivolous, which a lot of cyber fraud is happening. So this combined effect is leading to less trust among the relation, less frivolous nature of relation, and therefore more anxiety.
Okay. And is it because of this only we make the decisions the way we make it? Is it because of the
Yes.
free will or the influence of others?
Yes, there is a growing tendency of sensation seeking. People go for fast food. Now, I would say why it is called as fast food. Only one reason, it takes you fast to the grave. It does not give harm. I mean, that's how I put it. Because it does not give harmony in the body. You consume it, it is poisonous to your gut, it is poisonous to your body, it is poisonous. And do you know, this food is also not raw and rustic. A lot of chemical waste is added, lot of things which are not meant for you, that people eat just to, follow this rat race and save time. In this process, there are a lot of repercussion, a lot of colon and other type of cancers are coming. And yes, people perceived it to be the affluence. If there is any big home, they will celebrate in the mall. They won't go to Goshala. That people consider as backwardness. They won't go to some peaceful Sadguru's ashram or soul searching or Adiguru ji to learn meditation to connect their real self. They will go again to find more sensation. So this bombardment of information is altogether responsible for feeling of lowness, depression, inadequacy, and forgetting that we are the gods. We are Aham Brahmasmi. We are the extension and leaflet of God itself. People become timid. People become, mimicry. Speaking in English becomes the sign of, knowledge. So all these inferiority, self-imposed inferiority is coming because we are looking the answer outside. We are not searching the soul, which soul searchers, with the help of Adigurumaitreya ji, is felicitating since many years, decades. So that is lacking.
So, sir, how are we going to teach the similar kind of deep knowledge to the children in the college or university or the academic line, which
Mhm.
allows them to encourage them to filter out the data which they have overloaded themselves with.
See, it's not going to happen in one day, and we cannot stick to only sticking to spirituality or inner core. We have to somewhere find a balance, which is the lesson given by Buddhism, middle path. Tyakten bhujinta, the golden middle path as proposed by Buddhism. Also the crux of Gita, if you ask me, is त्यागतेन भुजिनता, जीवन का भोग त्याग के साथ कीजिए. Enjoy life, but at the same time abstain. Learn how you will survive in deprivation or in a drastic situation. So I would say one should definitely go and aspire for getting material accumulation. One should live a life because it is also said in our dharma, vidya dadati vinayam vinayati ati patratam patratvam dhanam apti yatra dhanam tatra sukham. So finally, you also have to accumulate wealth, but only obsession about wealth is again falling into the trap of that accumulation. Just like in COVID, people were safe, but they kept on hoarding food and hoarding medicines, and in this process, lot others died who were actually needing, who were helped by soul searchers and gurus like Maitreya ji. So why? Because people are living indefinite life, living fast life, copying and aping others, and that's why they have lost their own self concept. They have lost their own identity. Their identity is being defined by someone else. They have started celebrating Western festivals like Valentine Day and others, and they forgot the significance of Guru Purnima, and they forgot the significance of mother, father, and joint family. The values are basically lacking. So, in the schools, I would say, along with the entrepreneurship and other courses, there should be skill based courses in which youth can learn certain skills. Which are much in demand. Skills like communication skills, skill like negotiation skill like counseling others, right? Along with that, since the joint family is fast breaking in metropolitan, I would say there should be some value education, universal human values, so that kid can know what is real self is. We are not just body is just a servant. We are atman. How to control our body from falling into the trap of sensation of eyes by mobile phone, and sensation of listening fast music and leading fast culture, taking impulsive decision. You see a lot of things happening. A youth, a boy was recently, I went to the CBSC thing. A boy of class 10th, he wanted to get 97, he got 95, and he slit his wrist and he's committed suicide. Why? He was comparing his performance with someone else. 95 is a very good percent. So all these fast decision, impulsive decision is coming because of lot of fast pace of thinking, which is fueled by YouTube videos, mobile, fast game, which are sensation seeking. So of course, youth should be engaged at the school level for the physical real connection, how to build relationship, how to enjoy physical warmth of the relationship. Right. Youth should be taught what are universal human values like harmony in self, harmony in relationship, harmony with the nature. Youth have totally stopped connecting with the nature. They cannot identify which crop has what kind of a. You take them to some village, they don't know what real life is, how a calf looks when it is born, what is labor pain and all. Everything is ready made. So youth should be also given a lot of exposure to the real life, village life, lot of meditation, mindfulness training to connect to one's own self, so that their self adequacy and self respect is not dependent on whether they are rich or poor, so that they are internally harmonized rather than seeking it with the help of video games or fast music or copying some Western culture. So there should be compulsory value education. There should be more emphasis on the physical strength, because these days a lot of obese kids, you see a lot of disorders. There should be emphasis on building mental resilience. And of course, India is a country of spirituality, so there should be a lesson or some modules to connect with the higher consciousness, to know one's real nature, and to nurture one's resilience, for which our country was named as Bharat. You see, the name Bharat, that boy, small boy, he is generally seen with his fingers inside the loin. So people have realized, people have started living a timid life. So all these things which lead to overall personality development. On one side, the scientific temperament, on other side, entrepreneurship and skill development. Third should be there should be sport, and lot of emphasis should be given on muscle building. And of course, fourth part should be without any compromise, the spiritual and value part, which is missing. Most of the communities are only emphasizing on job, 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 money, money, money.
So, sir, when you said about that particular child who was looking for 97, but he could only get 95,
Hmm.
definitely it's a big torture. And definitely we have seen a lot of cases of suicides happening during that period of time, particularly when the results are coming in, just before the results come out. What may be the actual unmet emotional needs of the child or the warning signs a parent can understand beforehand that there's a problem which is going to occur or which I should be taking care, because this is something most of the parents ignore or they are not even aware of. How can we actually, come out with some basic idea? Maybe a lot of parents are also here. They can also
Hmm.
gain knowledge of that. That's the reason I'm asking, sir.
So basically, first, a parent should have unconditional positive regard for a kid. You should assure a kid that you will be their mentors and you will be loving them despite whatever they do and perform. So this will make his self-confidence high. This will give him a lot of satisfaction that yes, I will be loved. The kid should not feel that there is a bad part. If I will be beaten, I will be deprived, I won't be allowed to play if I do not score, and there is a good part. This, you are creating a split in that small brain. So parents should definitely maintain unconditional positive regard. And if your kid is grown up, try to be like friend. Even in Hindu mythology, it is said, if your kid is in teenage, I mean, you should bank upon discipline till the time he is a teenage. But if he is 15, 16 or so, you will get to know the early warning sign if you are more friendly. You'll get to know he is changing his habits. He has become more lonely. There is a relationship going on, and he has started some addiction. Otherwise, he will keep everything under the carpet. But the real challenge is if you stop, agar if you dominate and dictate even to a grown-up kid, he will wait for you to become too old or retire. The real picture won't come out. So if you actually want to, the early signs, look whether his friend circle is good, positive, or harmony, or spiritual, or sincere or not. That is the first sign. If not, be his best friend and try to change. Because we become like what 4 or 5 people we talk to daily. We become like that, whether we like or not. So whether he is in satsang or kusang, you can know only if you are his supporter and if you have unconditional regard. Look at his marks and absenteeism. If he is not able to study, if his routine is drastically changed, if his concentration level is changed, there is something to be worried about. If a kid is searching the sites how to commit suicide, or some porn site or crime oriented too much obsession, that is the first red flag, because every kid gives a signal. Every kid search how to suicide early before committing actually suicide. So if you see doing this, remove all the weapons or arsenal or sharp things nearby and talk to him. Appreciate him that he won't be rebuked or boycotted if he shares. Communication and dialogue holds the key, and that will happen by natural acceptance, by appreciating and accepting him, by being non-judgmental, not by dogmatizing that you are I have created you, and this is also arrogance. I have created you, I have a full right over your life. No, सहज स्वीकृति, दबाव और प्रभाव नहीं. Maintain natural acceptance. And slow, if you have given him or her this much freedom, you will understand his affairs, you will understand his addictions, you will understand his high and low, and you can take precautions. General precautions are, if he is too much addict of mobile, his eyes will be, he'll feel drowsy and sleepy when he gets up. He'll be very impulsive in decision making. There was one kid in Kendri Vidyalaya, just his teacher snatched this mobile phone and he went home and committed suicide. So yes, Priya madam, you have given some message. Even teachers must be taught about Bhagavad Gita. This is the only remedy. Yes, why not? Why not? Bhagavad Gita is one of the best thing which can be taught and introduced at the school. Lot of miseries will come. If you understand you are not body, which we assume, you will all the fear will go away. The shloka of Bhagavad Gita says, Nanam chindanti shastrani, nanam dahati pavatah, nachanam kledayantyapu, nasoshayati maruta. If you're a soul, then all the fear and anxiety of how to survive and all will go. You'll know the next day will come, even if this body is lost. You see, at the life of Kalam, what a beautiful death. He died by serving others, giving others. No rat race. Just like our Adigurumaitreya ji is doing, the selfless work. He could have lived very well in the comfort, ex president of India. But look at the service motto. Only those live who live for others. Even philanthropy, charity, empathy should be taught at the school level. So the early signs, the question is, become a friend. For that, build rapport with the kid, grown up kid particularly. Look for his drastic change in the eating habit. Look, his routine is drastically upside down. Look for his eyes, whether he is able to sleep or not. He is waking up till late night chit chatting, and he has become mobile addict. Mobile addiction, it creates a lot of dopamine and lot of high, just like any normal addiction. Because of kid is wishing getting sleepy, but he's still playing that game because that sensation creates a lot of high. If that is happening, it's a warning sign. If not today, thank you, Ragalakshmi ji, for your likes. So, if not today, tomorrow there is going to be a big problem, and it appears in the form of obsessive compulsive disorders. Whether he cannot survive without mobile phone, he has to play the game. He has, and this impulsiveness leads to a lot of other things like dry and shallow relationship, like immediate aggression, like anger, like impulsive decision making, mindless. This I call as reaction. So we have to connect him to the nature. We have to connect him to the spirituality. We have to connect him to be the sharp, just like Vivekananda was. Sharp, but spiritual also. So spirituality was our core when we were called as Vishwaguru, which we have lost and which values are not taught, and that's why we are, degraded every day. So I think the warning signs include look for the addiction, daily concentration. The first thing will be he won't be able to concentrate because one a child is addicted to porn or some video game or lot of WhatsApp and Facebook thing, he will find the normal studies very boring. He will complain he is not able to study very often. His food habit will change. His routine is the best filter. His waking sleeping time will be altogether different. So these are the red flags on which you can work if you are a friend.
So what all methods, whatever you said was perfectly right, sir. Taking them down to the nature or taking them to the villages will really help them out, boost the knowledge. And many of the children definitely don't know. Like I said, recently I saw one ad which talked about how to know the masalas in the kitchen. They had a program done for 7 days for girls to be getting married. They were talking
Hmm.
about cumin seed, turmeric powder, and all of that, how the actual turmeric powder looks, how the
Hmm.
ginger looks, and what variety of gingers are available. For that, it was an exorbitant fees they were charging for 7 days. And for
Hmm.
the lifetime program, they are talking about 25 dishes to be prepared by the girl once they go and get married. Now, if this is the condition we are getting into, we are into a severe crisis.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
so, and definitely such a mother, tomorrow when she becomes a mother, is going to be a problem for the child also, because will be again, life will be completely on the digital only. They cannot think about living a life without the digital equipment. They cannot live without the YouTube or Instagrams. And this is one of the major things. So, in like you said about sir, about the particular mobile addiction, this is a very prominent thing for the children. Like the parents, what they do is, if they are busy in the kitchen or they're doing some activity, they just pass on the mobile to the small toddler, and he's holding onto the mobile like anything. His life begins from there. How that can be avoided and what change should be done so that this life changes. So definitely, traditionally we followed a lot of things, but coming from you, it will be different, sir.
Thank you so much, Adi Guruji. In fact, you are the source and pillar of wisdom. It's your humbleness that you have asking me. I have learned many things from you while in Delhi, and your actions speak louder than what my words can speak. You are a person who is full of humbleness despite all your wisdom. Your humbleness speaks a lot. So, a person with lot of selfless work, being so humble and so gentle and so philanthropic till late, it actually, this is the biggest source of knowledge. And just like what I have told you, your actions speak louder than my words. The same should be done with the parents. Try to build a real connection. Don't preach them to be ideal and you do not follow the things. There are parents who teach honesty to the kid, but as soon as a phone call comes from the office, they say, tell that Papa is not at home. So,
Very common thing.
yes, yes. So the kid see the dualness of personality. They are not fools, right? So you practice what you preach. Otherwise, take them to a good mentor who actually lives it. Because if he finds duality in your personality, today or tomorrow, he will silently see the movies which you don't want. And when you comes, he will also tell lie because that's what your actions are teaching him, living a dual life. That's how his self or self-worth or atmabal gets weak because he is telling lie and he knows that he is lying. And that's how he is not a roaring lion, which India was known for. Right. So there are people, there are bosses who come late and they give a sermon of punctuality. You don't have to speak even a word. Just go to the office on time. The message is loud and clear because your actions are speaking. So, first thing is live, speak the thing which you can fulfill and live it. Don't just speak and follow, demand your kid to follow and you are not following it. It will create a duality in the kid's mind. And the first thing, early in the childhood, try to avoid introducing him to the mobile. But yes, as Adi Guruji has said, mothers just to save time, just to avoid the distraction, just to see some good serial in the TV, they find mobile as a good escape. They give it, and the kid slowly and gradually replaces mother by this gadget. He starts seeing music. Do you know what is the biggest damage which happens? Because a lot of video games, a lot of mobile games which mothers give, at that time they create a lot of bombardment into the mind, and this leads to a lot of sensation. He feels high, he feels addicted because dopamine, it's like giving him some opium or something, heroin or something, the same amount of bombardment. And when you give him the real books, it looks dull, boring, and that's how child's base becomes weak. Then you hire a special educator or whatever, but the base has been damaged. So first thing is not to ignore his need by giving mobile, rather finding a dedicated time to involve him into a play. Morning, evening, he should be allowed to play with the peers. Do you know how he starts writing? While during the play, all those moments strengthen the muscle, neck, and these fingers. That's how child starts writing, which you are depriving if you are just giving him mobile phone, and he's not able to play the natural things which we all have been grown up in playing in villages. He becomes more raw, rustic, robust if you allow him to play the natural games. If he is still demanding, sit with him or ask someone to sit and play those chidiya ud, kabutar ud kind of a game, or that ludo or chess kind of a things which increases decision making. So child believes the things. His decision making becomes actually sharp. Playing and making strategy, if you have to make use, see, these days mobile and softwares cannot be avoided. So you involve it for some time, even if it is impossible, just give him for some time, but make him to take it back so that he learns it is not a permanent thing. So he learns that the real relationship is talking to a friends, chit chatting with a dadi nani, or going to some ashram and listening, so that he knows that it feels good to go to some temple. It feels harmony inside, so that he knows the real frolic playing with the student of his age group, so that he can recall all these antakshari kind of a song. You see, American kids are suffering because they cannot calculate simple calculation 5 plus 7 plus 9. So much dependent on calculator that they lost this faculty, which even a illiterate villager or vegetable vendor in India can easily do. So we have stopped those things. There are grown-up BTech student whom I'm teaching. They cannot write properly because most of the things they keep writing through the notepad and all those gadgets. So use of gadget is invariably, it cannot be denied, but complete dependence will take a back seat. Just like you leave learning mathematics, it will be lost. So there is a need to maintain a healthy balance between natural faculties, between the physical strength, between the games and arithmetics and the verbal English, how to present yourself, how to introduce yourself, how to speak to someone, how to make someone laugh about. Most of my classes were full of jokes, puns, and laughter, and that's how I make it innovative and interesting. So these are the natural things which are which asset in the personality. The more he goes inside, outside, and in the mobile world and all, the more inferior he will feel because of the high society, high tech gadgets, because of the latest fashion. The more materialistic he will become, right? The more artificial eating he will start in Domino's pizza and all because of advertisement. The drinks, he will start having all these sensation seeking drink like cold drink and all. He will forget those things which add harmony to the body, like milkshake, like fruit shakes, like matta, which you call as buttermilk and all. These are the natural drinks, bel ka sharbat and all. He will go on sensation seeking things, which creates a lot of, lot of poisonous, toxic things in the gut. The effect are seen when he is 40 or 50. Undue graying of hair, orthopedic situation, lot of ulcers and all. So the kids should be taught to use it amicably in a mindful way. How mindfulness is developed? Simply what our Adi Guruji is doing, being meditative, focusing on your breath. Different kind of asan, pranayam leads to live for the moment, live by the moment, and live into the moment. If the child is aware of this, he will automatically set his own limit. No, mobile time over, now time to go. He will be easy, he will be not asakt. He will be easily able to detach himself. And that is called as mental discipline. It comes by meditation only. The simplest meditation which I do is breathing, observing the breath coming in and going out. There are some unwanted thoughts which come. Then again, I focus on the breath. See, wherever the focus goes, energy flows and it magnifies. The situation is like there is one person who was afraid of getting accident, and he was so repeating those thoughts that when the real time situation came, instead of pressing a brake, he pressed an accelerator. Why? That script was already going. So you have to teach him meditation. You have to teach him self affirmations, positive affirmations. Yes, I will do it, I'm loyal. That's what Vivekananda ji said. Bold is my message to the West, and bolder is my message to Indians. So it is not how you communicate to outside to show off. It is the quality of communication and dialogue which is going inside that decides your destiny and narrative of life. Right? So
Right.
tell him how to repeat positive affirmations. Tell him to talk about him positively. Respect him. Tell him to respect his mother tongue and motherland. Tell him to feel proud on speaking Hindi and Vedas and shlokas, and take him to the ashrams so that his roots, all the nine values which we are losing in the rat race of materialism, that is inculcated. You tell him to be grateful, express gratitude. You tell him to have a harmony in oneself first. If he is having disharmony and antagonism within him, he will be timid no matter whatever education you give him. So take him to some mentor or Sadguru or that kind of a guru, who can teach him what is Atman and how to feel proud about yourself, how to consider and treat yourself respectfully. And then only he will be able to respect you. Tell him how to have his inner dialogue good. His outer communication is bound to be good. He should be taught respect to oneself and others. So all these things will happen if you are connected to some divine person, temple, or ashram.
And one pertinent question, sir, what you said right now, like the case which happened recently at Gurgaon,
Mhm.
where a friend, the classmate themselves shot the child. Now, in that means a short temper happened, some resilience happened, some anger happened, and they did the event. This definitely must have been brewing for many months or days or whatever case might have been. But wasn't it to be known by the parents and the teachers or the faculty to manage this in such a way that such scenario doesn't occur again? Because we can get back to the same scenario what we see in the news that in US children are going into the school with the guns and shooting up the parents or the teachers or the students. So this is a very dangerous scenario which you might be getting into. So what
Yes,
is the solution?
yes, Adi Guruji, you are very right. We are again going to the same phase of deadly things which is happening already in US. The kid getting berserk one day, not going to know what is the purpose of life. A smallest thing is disturbing him and he takes a gun, which is easily available. So that's why you should not leave your roots. Very important. That's why it is important to make the kids frustrated at times that everything what you want you cannot achieve. Offer them this, and then hold them back. Don't always reward them. Sometimes let them feel depressed and let them feel it's okay. Everything is not my cup of tea. This will teach them the lesson of anasakti, which is taught in Bhagavad Gita. What is anasakti? Liking someone, loving someone, but still ability to leave that thing, whether it is life or Radha. Krishna was too fond of Radha. But when Radha was married to Anay, then Krishna was not disheartened. He found a new mission and vision for righteousness, and he was busy again. So that's why then he was the master and creator of his destiny, not he was the victim of the destiny, and he started looting and living like drinking and all. So one should teach these values to the kids that yes, aspire for getting top, but your juice, your positivity should not be in the result. You should be obsessed about getting best. But even if you do not, even if you flunked, it's fine. You did your best. Your soul should be high, living with a high and lot of self-respect that yes, I tried my best. So there lies your control. But these days, the rat race of getting a love, rat race of immediately reacting, what is happening? A lot of reactions are happening because of this mobile game, fast food culture, and getting likes, considering likes on the Facebook as the source of self-esteem. This is making a life very frivolous. The kids have become very impatient, and in that fury, a lot of false reactions are happening. What is reaction? Automatically spontaneous immediate reaction to something, some incident. Anyone, you see the road rage cases, someone yelled out on the small bruise, and other person also yelled out on the spot death, hitting the person on the spot. Reaction, mindlessly. If someone told you something, you abused him 3 4 more times, and on the spot gunshots. So a lot of reactions. We have to move to response, which is mindful, which is taking the ownership that whatever is hell is happening in this situation, with my intervention, with my words, with my involvement, there will be harmony. There will be solution. I won't be the part of exaggerating the problem. I will be the part of solution and harmony. Whatever hell is happening. So if we get a society of solution givers, and that comes by following the right mentors, that comes by sticking to spirituality, that comes if you take your kids for a selfless service on a weekend to some anathalaya or some destitute homes where AIDS victim or old age people are living. He will learn to serve others without expecting anything. That happens if you teach him lessons of Bhagavad Gita, Anasakti, middle path, Tyakten Bhujinta. He should be equally happy riding a bicycle. He should be equally happy if you are taking him to a business class tickets. There should not be elitism in him. His self should be unconditionally high because it is a divine, it is a part of the divine self. So those things comes if you take him to some mentor, the honest mentor like Guruji or any mentor which you follow. So that should happen. Your action should be only those which you are living. Don't teach him ideal things and you do frivolous things. If you are not able to, if you want him to be taught those things, take him to the guru who is living that thing. In fact, in my things, I have learned a lot of wisdom and decency from Adiguruji. I have personally evolved as a person, as a mentor and teacher. Why? Atman is never dependent on age. There are a lot of souls who are born with a lot of wisdom, and it is our lack of knowledge that we consider that I am elder to him. There is a panth called as Nirankari Samagam, where 80 years old touches the feet of 5 or 6 year kid. That happens just to shed off your ego. You should teach him to be egolessness, serving others. What happens in Sikhism? You go to Gurudwara, a person with BMW comes and he will sweep and he will do the dusting and all with you. Right? That why? Because he is dedicated to some guru where he is losing all the arrogance of his wealth, knowledge, and all. So this arrogance is creating a lot of reactions in the society. This blind rate, materialism, and unending copying and aping of the West is creating problem. One should be connected to one's roots. One should be balanced. Learn English, but at the same time, you should be knowing your language also. Feel proud on eating the fast food, but at the same time you should not dislike the traditional foods with lot of nutrients and rajogod, right? Because all these packed things they add to your tamas or tamogod. Now these tamas will make you feel drowsy and you won't be able to press your body to study for 2 more hours. You will be drowsy, you will be sleep, you will be feeling bloated, heavy, and lot of stomach problems. Inculcate, cultivate self discipline. Tell him the habits of, you have to yourself wake up at 5 in the morning and he will automatically copy. It will become his new normal. You go to some Sanskrit Vidyalaya, small kids who are learning Sanskrit, they wake up at 5 and they start chanting such a beautiful things. So it will become his new normal to exercise daily. If you are the beginner, he will copy your behavior, not your words. Whatever flowery English you speak, your action has a different significance. Tell him to do selfless service, have empathy for someone's feeling, whether it is a wounded dog or it is a poor person. Tell him only those live, go and donate your blood. He will learn how to give, right? And feel proud on that, not only on material things. Tell him that he should be respectful to the any guest who's coming, even on cycle, mali wala or the car driver or someone. Tell him to call them bhaiya or uncle rather than calling them by name, right? So all these things will definitely keep the humbleness and empathy and the harmony and the greatness in that kid, and he won't be sticking to the impulsive reactions like shooting and other things, because he values life.
Right.
At least he will not do suicide, and he will neither kill anyone, because he knows the significance of life. Every life is like, God himself expressing. How can he kill God if by murdering or shooting someone? He will learn, even if he loved someone, if she is lost, he will adopt the path which Ratan Tata has adopted. He will create something big, which Krishna has done. Ratan Tata also did not get the love of his life, but he did not marry. Rather, he devoted himself to a higher purpose. And Tata became a brand because of such examples. Kalam Sahab also, everyone was idealizing APJ Abdul Kalam, but he idealizes his poor sister who sold his bangles to sustain his education. That's why I say he will learn the power of giving. Only those live who live for others.
Sir, on a practical aspect, definitely, I'm thankful for all the good words you have said. I don't know even if I'm capable of even reaching that remote level, what you said about me. But I have one particular question. When you said, I thought of one thing.
Mhm.
We can inculcate this knowledge in a growing up child. Somebody who is maybe in the secondary school, maybe in the
Hmm.
10th or the 12th, during the age of puberty and other things, they have their own unique challenges nowadays. They have
Hmm.
their own problems, their own issues. And such children will not be listening to, okay, tell them, okay, listen to Bhagavad Gita, come to a satsang or do meditation. They're not interested at all. They would love to have a party, they would love to have all of that. And definitely the parent child relationship is going back. Nothing is happening in a good way. And it's become a struggle. I've heard a lot of parents talking to me on the same terms. And they're not
Hmm.
knowing what to do with the child because he's not able to listen or she is not able to listen to them, and they have their own lifestyle. And they want their privacy to be very important to them, which normally we never used to get. The privacy we used to get is come and talk to us, finish. That's the end of the story. If something is to be hidden, don't use it in your life because it has to be open. But how to resolve that in current scenario? That's a big question which everybody faces today. That can really
Yeah.
help a lot of people.
That's a very good question, Adi Guruji, and thank you for asking this. This happens when the parents themselves are not maintaining work and life balance. When they come from office, still the office is inside their home, the office politics, the office sensation, the threat of tomorrow, busy with the file. You should dedicate some time when you are at home. You should be living and 100% at home. Live with your kid, play with him, ask him, challenge him ki, oh, what was that poem about? If he tell the poem, appreciate him. Cook something for him and from your own hand rather than asking a servant, and then give him. In short, try to build a good rapport with your kid. This rapport will last till the time it's your last breath. But most of the parents, what happens when the kid is awake, papa or mama is gone for their offices, and the kid is awaking, being taken care by the maid. And in the night, when the kid come from the office, from the school, the papa, when he sleeps after having eating, so again parents come late night after having from office the bar and gym and other entertainment. The child they are seeing is literally, they are not having time to find out. There was one student in my previous university. She used to write, "My father is an ATM machine." So I said, "Why? Your father is bearing a lot of things." So I told her, "Ki your father is, working so hard." She says, "Just like I put ATM card and I get money, I just text and I get money. But since last 3 years, neither mama nor papa came to see me." And this lack of availability of parents, she was having 14 affairs. She was fed up. She was thinking this sensation and stimulation seeking is only love. And then she came to me for counseling. So I realized that there was a hollowness. I became a partial replacement to mother and father, as a mentor, as a teacher. And then I diverted slowly and gradually to Sri Krishna and other things. So today that girl is having only one person in her life, and later on their parents came and said कि हम तो अपना काम कर रहे हैं जी, we are giving her money. हमने कहा no, money is not everything. This is the, I mean, individual society model. If your daughter or son is a toddler, or she's growing up, you should also give time. You should also devote time to know her, to become her friend, to know her high and low, and to correct her as and when the time comes. You have not devoted your time to in her growing up phase. Later on, when you are too old and you are wetting, bedwetting, then she will also just give money and maybe some maid. In the diaper, you will bleed, and she will not be able to connect, because when there was a time to connect this rapport, there was a time to, teach that what relation, what is the gravity of relation, teach respect, teach responsibility. Then when her time comes, she will also give you money and you will be crying at the bed that I have groomed, given her convent education, Scindia school and this school and that school. I have taught her in the best private university. You have deprived her of that precious moment, whether you have not made her feel aware what a father is, what a mother is. You have not made her realize that when she was bedwetting, you offer her the dry place and you slept at the wet part. So later on, how will she do the same thing? Tyag she has not seen. You have not realized these things. So at least devote and connect to your kid. When you come from the office, you should be living at home properly. Take them for a drive. At least sit with them for some yagya or some spiritual things. Get connected to the gods, or at least in a week get connected to some spiritual identity, either temple or some sadguru or some guru, or spiritual. Because these divine things, if she is connected, she will always have a lighthouse to guide whenever you are no more. That's why this, you see, the tradition of soul searchers, I mean, it is 700 or some tradition. So find a good mentor, so that when you are not there, that mentor is showing her the right path. That mentor can stop her from being impulsive. That mentor can add harmony in herself. She gets a music inside rather than searching it outside in the Facebook and Instagram and all these frivolous things, time pass things,
And
right?
and one more thing is that how can a child gain the clarity and purpose in life? Because he's running around because of the plethora of knowledge coming in, and also not getting the kind of support he needs. Like they've been telling us that parents don't have time. We also face the same scenario. Like same example I had was one of the child who grew up and had sent the parents to the old age home. Said that
Hmm.
you never wanted a child, you wanted a doctor to come.
Hmm.
I became a doctor, but I'm not your child. The only thing was they were sent to a old age home in Delhi itself, and they're still in the old age home only. And they were crying. And when I met the child, they said they were never there for me. I had all my friends only, colleagues for me. So, what exactly can be the clarity and purpose for a child, for the parents, and for the mentors or the educators, all levels?
Yeah, first of all, you should start letting the child respect his identity, whatever he is, whether he is, autistic, whether he is able to write, whether he is thin or thick. Tell him to accept himself. Tell him to love himself, and then his love for you should be there. You should be loving him unconditionally, accepting with whatever weakness he has. Do not compare your kid. The more you compare, the more inferior he feels. If your kid is dark, you compare to Salman Khan or something, you are creating inferiority in the kid. Accept your kid just like a blessing of God unconditionally, and give him, sever him, play with him, cuddle him, kiss him, because, or her, because it is going to recharge you. Just like you cuddle your dog and you get a high, and the same, you play with a kid, you will automatically de-stress yourself. You will automatically distract yourself from the office politics and all. So first thing is accept your kid with their own and let them feel that you love them despite whatever life throws at them, whether they score high grade or low grade, whether they are thin or thick, whether they score high or low. That is going to make child convinced that his this life is precious. He deserves love and respect. And then slowly and gradually build a rapport with him so that he understands that value of relations. He connects to you, you also connect and listen to them. Lot of things comes because parents feel arrogant and they said you don't know anything, but I'm telling do it. No, sometimes child knows better, but you do not have your arrogance of born early do not let you hear them, and that's how the early warning signs are also ignored. Child is giving lot of hints, but parents ignore, bypass and take it for granted, and one day they know that our child has committed suicide. Listen to them, relate to them, talk to them, respect them unconditionally without any condition. And once he has accepted, then whatever you say, your words will have more meaning. Your laugh and your cry, he will be able to relate. You can pep him for a war cry, he will do it. But most of the times, parents are at the different level of power and hierarchy. Kids are considered low and always to be follow and all. As he is growing, let him lead. Ask him, throw him some challenges and question. Tell him the significance of empathy. Tell him the significance of values like respect, like trust and harmony within. Tell him the significance of nature, how pollution is deteriorating. Yamuna is becoming all like a drainage. Why? People's all this greed is making Yamuna drainage. And because the heavy metals in the Yamuna are soaked in by the cabbage and all the vegetables. And that's how a lot of mood shift. Tell him, take him to the Rishikesh, take him to the God service, selfless service, seva, puja, charity, all these things. So that's how your child is going to be with you in thick and thin. Go for a wildlife photography or a wildlife climbing. Even when when he's having a hard time, be with him. When he's having luxury, enjoy with him. That relationship will be built, and you will follow him. He will be, you will become his hero or heroine of his model of his life. He will never be broken. He will never be perturbed. He will find a reason to live and survive. He will find your simple words will become a war cry for him. So that's how you have to grow him. Initially by discipline, then by being a friend and mentor, and then by motivating, challenging him at the task, asking for him or his or her opinion, laughing with his or her foolishness rather than making him feel timid or insulted. Right? फेल हो गया तो क्या हुआ, कोई बात नहीं, इस बार नहीं दूसरी बार, चल यार पार्टी करते हैं. That kind of a spirit, right?
But the
Don't
problem,
make
sir,
it.
here is most of the parents are also not so ideal in nature. Whatever you have spoken about, most of the parents have nothing to do with the Bhagavad Gita or something. Whatever they see in the teleseries, only they follow. They have not read the book. So
So in
so what happens is they come out with any fancy words, any terminology coming up, Insta reels coming up. That's what they share, and that's the reason you find more or less 30 plus to 70 people, 70 years of age. Most of the people just forward the thing without even realizing it's right or wrong because they never read it, and they say that follow this because that is what they said. They have never followed in their life. And how will the child follow? Because they say it's only a forward. I can do it 100 times better because with the AI
yes,
I can do
yes.
it.
Yeah. So AI can teach you partially maybe. But if you take a child to some ashram where the real seva is done, if you are serving the poor in the pattal or that thing, the child will also serve. That's how
Definitely.
child. And
But
it's better if you are not, instead of forwarding, it's better to show him the real life. Take him to some ashram, take him to some meditation home, take him to the place where yoga is being practiced and he learns what, rather than seeing the YouTube and abruptly doing it, take him to the real place where he knows what is the significance of yoga, where other people feel, share their stories of success. That's how Ramdev and others have become so famous now, because others have started sharing. So take him to the places where the value which you want to be inculcated, it is shared, accepted, and dignified. Take him to the good river place like
so,
Rishi.
so, sir, I believe that the parents have to relearn themselves. First
Yes,
is
yes.
unlearn, then get into relearning, get into a level where they can actually be in a state to communicate with the child.
Definitely. If your bowl is filled with all the toxin, you cannot pour elixir of life from this bowl. You have to unpour it. So there are a lot of things which the parents, they have a arrogance of beauty, they have arrogance of bank balance and legacy. That things need to be unpoured. And that unpouring is done when you are in a contact with some spiritual force, some guru, some mentor, and you believe them, right? And he will unpour, you have to unlearn many things. You have to unlearn many things. There was one very famous experiment in which a person was very good with, crafting diamonds, and then but he was not able to make craft one good diamond. Then he was sent to a mentor. Then she said, I will start teaching you how to craft it, but I will charge more from the person who already knows, and I will charge less from the person who doesn't know how to craft. Then everyone questioned, he is experienced. Why you are charging him more? She said, I don't have to teach him what to do. I have to make him unlearn the false pattern because of which he has been failure always. That requires more effort. And this person is a raw sketch where I can easily craft whatever I want. So these are the things one has to unlearn, one has to surrender, one has to get a mentor, one has to start a reading habits. Kids learning everything from these things. The real book love will come when you read, when the kid reads the book. The real knowledge and verbal fluency comes when he reads. Get into a habit of reading. Swadhyay, we call it in our Indian mythology. Take him to some place where Swadhyay reading, or create a environment at home where you read 1 hour, no one speaks, just you are reading from this chapter, and then discuss his thinking. You're not teaching him what to think, you are teaching him how to think. That's how, on a discussion, you evolve his logical faculties, how to think. That's what a mentor does. He doesn't tell you what to think, he gives you option. So that's why it is very pertinent what Adi Guruji has said. You need to unlearn many things before the new pattern emerges.
One final question for today, sir. There was a question asked about 3 immediate actions you would like to propose to the government of India to reduce academic and psychological pressure at the school and the college levels, which can
Ah,
help the.
yeah, as I told you, it's a VUCA world, volatile world, and kids also don't know. They go there sometime by because of sensation, because their friends are following that course, or because it is a fashionable by a mother that my son is doing MBA, from this college. So suppose a kid, just like in Three Idiots movie, you see that the kid was so naturally inclined to become a painter or photographer, but because his father wanted engineering, he was forcing him. He was not loving the job, and he was bound to do mediocre. An entire life, a kid that even if he would have been engineer, he would have lived like a mediocre and feeling that he's good for nothing. So try to find the call of your kid. See, whether there are multiple intelligence these days. Some kids are very talkative and they build bond very easily. They have intrapersonal intelligence, interpersonal intelligence. Some kids are good with the nature, they play with the gardening and all these things, they are bound to be a great artist. Some people are very good with speaking, some kids are very good with the athletic skill. See the skill and see what he loves and enjoys, then push, appreciate, encourage your kid in that direction. You will save lot of fruitless hours, lot of and waste efforts. You are just have to see, recognize your kid, whether he is more spiritual, then he's maybe he is going to be someday some spiritual guru showing light to others. Maybe he is good with understanding himself, he can be a good grandmaster of reiki or art of living or something like that, or yoga. So look at your kid, see his interest, inclination. Every kid has one or the other thing. And then give him that exposure, challenge him in that way, appreciate him in that way. So a lot of his futile hours which he will waste, is you have saved it already. Second thing is at the government level, to save the hurry worry, there should be strategy to teach stress coping skills, mindfulness and positive relationships. There should be the government should emphasize on fostering open discussion about challenges and failures, so that the kid is not disturbed when any challenging situation comes. He knows it is his habit to face challenges and not being perturbed, right? You should definitely, government should introduce some community support, value based education, normalize help seeking. If a kid is suffering, he cannot. Sometime a lot of molestation and other things happen with the small girls, and they do not, out of shame or something, mother themselves hides. Tell them to share everything. Tell them to share if they have any problems, or if someone has just like a good touch and bad touch. Tell them to share their day. Ask your kid every day, how was your day, what happened, what high and low. This will not only make them verbal and communicative, this will make them make you know them. So find time for your kids, cook something together, challenge them by create playing a chess together, which is natural, and a lot of strategic moves he can learn. Take them to some village and teach them what are the vegetables and fruits, what is jackfruit and what is all. Take them to some rivers for rafting and adventure spirit. Take them to some ashram for spiritual development, which will never, even in the drastic situation, they won't commit suicide or reactions. They will have hope, they will have positivity, they will be philanthropic, they will be good human beings. So all these things one should do. Especially government should emphasize on human values education, which is I'm also teaching, which is promoted by All India Council for Technical Education. There are online courses like SEEK courses on empathy and compassion. Teach them that your old age will be very sukhad, very peaceful, if if you can teach compassion to your kids. And that will happen if you take them to some goshala, make them see how a calf is born, and that's how he is going to understand he also belong he's also part of your body and self. So he will also realize that I have to take care of you in the old age, taking them to the old age, and he will realize that today or tomorrow life is futile, right? Sometimes do not give him everything you ask. Sometimes discourage them so that they are not broken, but they get to learn that everything what they are obsessed with they cannot get. Tell them to give their best, uh, like a dedicated soldier, and then move on to the next positive target. Tell them how this mind can be the garden of flowers, and also can be the garden of thorns. And it depends on our awareness, our meditative state, our knowledge of self, that we groom it in the form of a garden of roses or garden of thorns, and the result automatically you can see, right? Result is automatic. So all these things, I would say Government of India to inculcate the value-based education, stress management, and some lot of physical activities, which already is happening. And yes, there should be courses on skill development, the Sustainable Development Goal, or soft skill, 12 pair of soft skill by World Health Organization. There should be mindfulness and positive relationship-based classes, because more than often the mistakes happen when the person is not mindful. He's mindless. He's intoxicated. Right. So mindfulness and relationship building classes, because our India was known for coexistence or sahastitva. So we should not leave that virtue. We can get and accumulate whatever Western mileage we want, but at the same time, we should not deprive us what was already given to us. So relationship, values education, stress management, resilience, spirituality, all these things should be a must at the school level.
The one question has come in. It's in the chat itself. What is the single most reason for the depression in the students in the college and school, and what would be the root cause?
The root cause is not being able to know who am I. The root cause is the single most important reason is not being able to know one's true nature, considering oneself as a body which fuels just to eat, just to accumulate wealth and all. Once you connect the kid that he is not a body, it's a soul on a journey, his fear will go, his fear of death will go. So his pleasure will come from the permanent things. He will start investing in the relationship, serving Mother Earth, serving in plants and nature, and So the root cause, this only elaborates into indefiniteness. When his self concept is not clear, then all these antagonistic thoughts will come. He will look towards other, and he will start aping and copying. He'll start playing video games and other puzzles and other online things, leading to depression, and he'll start comparing his own performance with others. That's what others are doing. So the real problem is not being able to understand one's nature, oneself, as per Advait Vedanta. Tell them what is self, what is the answer to who am I, what you are actually. Tell them that you are a divine, you are a soul, you are an extension of God. He will never have inferiority. Tell them the value of resilience. If you are a god, nothing can stop you. Tell them you can leave anything, nothing can bind you. Nainam chinnanti shastrani. Right? Tell them the concept of anasakti. If he's too much movie scenes, play him Ramcharitmanas, Bhagavad Gita. So the real, if you ask him the real cause of today's kids, I mean that is um, uh, I would say the real cause is aping West and forgive for blindlessly and forgiving our own virtues. The real cause is the collective culture which we have enjoyed and we got resilient. We are forgetting. The real cause is too much of consumerism and materialism. That's why the new Q is not IQ or EQ. The new Q which entire world is adopting is AQ, adversity quotient, right? The more rough, thin, robust your kid is, the more he will last, the more he will survive in the most hostile situation. So I would say make him the significance of self and connect him to the higher self, which is which a guru can do, which a temple can do, which a selfless seva can do. So all these things in one line, get back to the roots. If one leg is leaping towards the material things, the another leg should always be on the ground, which are your roots, which are nourishing you. If both the legs are up, you know the consequence.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Such a beautiful answer. Any other questions are there? Please do share that.
Yeah,
Somebody wants to
yeah.
ask the question, just raise the hand.
Yes, yes. I would also like to share my LinkedIn profile. Anyone who's wishing to, can you give me sharing rights? Someone?
Is there, it's there, sir.
Okay. Host, disabled participant, screen sharing. If I'm given.
One second, sir. I'll just give it to you.
Yeah, so that if anyone who wants to join me on LinkedIn, you can connect and
Thank you. You're a
th
co-host.
thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So this is my LinkedIn profile, which I'm sharing. Anyone who's available on LinkedIn, you can join me. This is my LinkedIn profile, if you all can see. Uh, I'm available on LinkedIn. You can search me and you can join. This is my LinkedIn profile, Professor Dr. Toshendra Dwivedi, Professor of Psychology. So I invite you all to stay connected so that not only today, any place, anywhere in the world you are, you can we can stay be connected. और आप अस्त और व्यस्त ना रहें, आप मस्त रहें. And because it is our newfound friendship, I would like to dedicate one शायरी for all of you. उम्मीद ऐसी हो जो जीने को मजबूर करे, उम्मीद ऐसी हो जो जीने को मजबूर करे, राह ऐसी हो जो चलने को मजबूर करे, महक कम ना हो अपने दोस्ती की, यारी ऐसी हो जो मिलने को मजबूर करे. सो हम सब मिलते हैं आदि गुरु मैत्रेयी जी के आश्रम में या उनके सामीप्य में, उनके सानिध्य में, in the ashram of soul searchers whenever our Guruji is inviting us. It is a proud privilege to be a reason for contributing to this webinar because our own Adi Guru Maitreya ji is here. So I look forward to meet you all under the company of under the blessing of Adi Guru Maitreya ji. Yes, any question, feel free. I won't go till the time you do not ask me. I'm ready to answer.
One question has come in, sir. Current kids get frustrated a lot. How to cope up with them? I think most of the answer have come out, but still.
Yeah, current kids gets frustrated because of impatience. That impatience again is because of many things. One, you have said yes to every demand of your kid because of over love, and kids don't know how not to get things. That's why I said everything should not be done. Appreciate them if they have done a good things, but at the same time deprive them of the things. They won't be idealistic or perfectionist. They will accept and adapt if they do not get things. So later on in their life, if they love someone, if they do not get, they won't get frustrated. If they want some percentage, still they do not get it, they will be normal. They will be focusing on another thing. Teach your kids mindfulness. Very important. Mindfulness. Live for the moment, live by the moment, live into the moment. So that if the frustration is getting dominated, they know how to rejuvenate themselves. They know how to divert it into some good hobby. They know, so that let them know the distractors to, pep up themselves whenever life is tough. That distractor can be a hobby. That distractor can be some temple visit or some nature's connection. That distractor can be something. So tell them the distractors so that they are not impulsive. Tell them mindfulness, how to focus on the breath so that whenever the breath is high and they are feeling tense, they just focus on it and they become grounded. Tell them the journaling, whatever is frustrating them, tell them to write it down. So even if they're alone, that feeling, that negative, toxic feeling is gone out and he is free. Tell them to have friends, some meaningful friends. And if there is no friend, tell them to be in the sharan of some guru. Lot of things they can talk out and feel normal. Tell them to respond, not to react. And you don't have to tell them. You have to live like that. No one can tell them. You are the first guru of any of your kid. So before rebuking anyone, before accusing your servant or driver, think that you are giving a lesson to your kid. Respond. If you respond politely, he will learn politeness only. If you can pardon your servant and driver's mistake and laugh it out, he's learning. So be like that. Just like Gandhi ji has said, be the change you want to see in the world, right? Tell them to count till 100 before taking a decision. That decision won't be impulsive. Any situation is tense in the first 100 or 150 seconds. Tell them to count slowly and deep breathly. There won't be any accidents. By the time he has counted 150, one. So deep breathing and counting till 150. After whatever volatile thought he has, after 150 count, and each breath is long, and 1, 2, 3, 150. You see, if your kid comes with a furiousness, anything, tell them to breathe deeply and count. Every breath will count one. Tell them to count till 150 and then come. You'll see after 150, he is himself normalized. He won't come to you. But don't tell him to, count furiously. Tell him to every breath. 1, 2, or some chanting you can say. And you will see that he won't react. Tell him that whenever you are most tense, most tired, most broken, just take a deep long breath, drink 2 glasses of water to cool down the temperament. Take a deep long breath to prevent all these acidic accumulations and count till 150 or 200. Then think about it again. He will reframe himself. After 150 or 200 breath, long breath, there will be a lot of positive chemicals. Right? Your kid won't come to you with complaint. Even if he's complaining, it will be like a discussion, not a complaint or accusation and all. Try this. He will be more respond oriented. Even if he's complaining or yelling someone, tell him that do this and then come to me, I'll listen to you. Then when he come to you, he will be seeking solution. He will be talking about solution. Whenever your kid comes to you with the problem, accusation, blame, mujhe ye nahi mila, wo nahi mila, tell him what is the solution. Whenever your kid is saying, I don't have this, my friend has give, take him to the hospital, take him to the orphanage. He will feel blessed that at least he has mother, father. Whenever your kid is complaining about AC, sleeper class, take him to orphanage. Whenever your kid is talking about, I'm indomitable, take him to the old age home. That's how he learns that life is futile and only those live who contribute to others. That's how lessons are taught. Take him to the Gurudwara if he is becoming too arrogant on his your bank balance or your status. That's how he is going to learn humbleness and compassion. Right? Take him to the Goshala. Right? So you are teaching him how to divert yourself when you are annoyed, angry, or depressed. And in future, when the situation crisis comes, he will do the same. And in this way, you are training him to fizzle out the stress bubble into nothing has happened. Right? Right? Did I answer you?
Yes, I believe so.
What I do when any student or any kid comes, even if he's angry, annoyed, I tell them, use it into the sports. Now, if a person is heartbroken or he has not got, he start punching and all, the kid gets gold medal or something in gymnastic or something because it is E is equal to MC square. I use the same agitation, anger, frustration to make the person. Not, I don't ask him to control it. I simply said, oh, she has dished you. Oh, you think you are annoyed? Do one thing. What is your hobby? He said, I play football. I say, go and at this time think while kicking football that it is this. Or you are frustrated. You are you failed. See, when that's why Vivekanand ji has said, wherever the focus goes, energy flows. That's why Vivekanand ji has said we can be more close to the gods by playing football rather than by all spiritual discipline. You play some badminton or football, at that time you cannot worry also, because you are in a meditative state. If you worry about that problem, your shuttlecock will fall. This is meditation. This is meditation. So meditation is all about living for a purposeful, harmony seeking. If the problem is here, convert it into some physical strength. Some student is frustrated, I tell him to join me for the cricket or the gym, and in the gym he releases his frustration, and what a nice dumbbell he develops. So it is Einstein's E is equal to mc square, right? So everything has stress is like a bouncer ball. If you know how to flick it, it is a boundary without any effort. But if you are overwhelmed by it, you blow your face. Sometimes the guru also does the same, right? Right? My last respite is some spiritual divine force. So I keep myself connected to the gurus like soul searchers and Adigurumaitreya ji, people who are not only friends and inspirations, but also mentors and people who add on to my personal harmony. हम अस्त और व्यस्त नहीं, हम मस्त रहते हैं आप जैसे गुरुओं की मदद से, आप जैसे सलाहकार और मेंटर्स की मदद से. So I wish you a very good evening and namaskar again. Thanks for listening me. If you have any question, you stay connected to me on the LinkedIn. There is one more question which I will answer definitely. Oh, thank you so much, Toshendra ji. This is given by Acha Kanan R.
All of them have only appreciated what has happened in the session.
When we are growing, there is one question I think. When we are growing up in school and TV came in, our parents didn't allow us to see as per our whims and fancies. So there was only 30 minutes of viewing in a day. Yes, we are more balanced because in 30 minutes, Chitrahar, we enjoyed everything. It's just like, if you give your kid paneer daily, he will forget the significance, beauty, and aroma of it. You give him once in a week, he will relish it, right? That is called as madhyam marg. That is the lesson of Gita. Tyakten bhujinta, जीवन का भोग त्याग के साथ कीजिए. If you wear all the fancy clothes daily, you will be obsessed about it. On a special occasion, fancy dress, but on other occasion, normal dress. Well, let him work on the beauty of personality, beauty of communication, beauty of bringing relief to someone, beauty of listening to someone, beauty of serving someone, contributing someone, whether it is living animal or the garden or something. That's how. That's why adversity quotient, right? That's why adversity quotient is very important. Don't give all facilities. Deprive him. Give him in a systematic way. So the question was,
I think there's a part question here. If the government of India can ban digital devices in schools, that'll be a good start. Sweden is the latest country to ban in schools, along with the France, China, Italy, South Korea, Australia, Denmark, etc. If the policy can be implemented, that'll be a definitive action.
yeah, but it is not only games. A lot of mobile devices serve as where the kid is going, the GPS location. If a mother want to know the location or talk to him, so it's better to again not looking outside. The answer lies inside. Tell the kids to be disciplined, and that happens by just connecting to him, talking to him, forcing upon and pepping him up. You cannot ban the, yes, it's a nice move if the digital device is banned till class 5th, but what after 5th? So after 5th also, let him be mindful. He won't do mistakes, he won't react. He knows that, yeah, there is a time after 2 hours or 3 hours once I have to see. Now there are people who are always obsessed. The moment some message pops up, they are obsessed about answering it in the middle of the night. Their sleep quality goes deprives down because as soon as this blue light of mobile phone is on, your mind is distracted as if it is the day. Then there is no sleep. Or even if it is a sleep, it is a fragmented sleep. In the day, you feel drowsy. 6 hours of sleep is a must. Make preparation. Teach kids to work out so that they are tired and they sleep wonderfully. And at the same time, teach them that they can spend sleepless night also if they are growing up, right? That is moderation. I used to sleep wonderfully, but even if at 2, if someone asks me to take a session or lesson or workshop, I will be efficient because I have adapted myself like that. Adversity quotient. That's why it is that the final lesson is निज मन का स्वामी जो, निज मन का स्वामी जो, वह नहीं पराधीन, वह ज्ञानी ही स्वतंत्र, उसे प्राप्त सर्वार्थ. Thank you so much once again, soul searchers. Thank you, Adi Guru Maitreya ji. My pranam and my Gratitude towards you. You are a icon and a learning lesson to me also. And thank you, Mataji, Sushi, SSG, for introducing me so well. Thank you, all the persons, fantastic souls whom I have met: Lalita Madam, Minu, Deepti ji, Adi Kamalai, Narayanan Madam, Sujata, and everyone who's connected to our own beloved Adi Guru Maitreya Gurudev. So it is a pleasure meeting you. Along with you all, I am also under the divine intervention of Adiguru Maitreya ji and soul searchers. Together, let's make a good society. Let's contribute. Namaste.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Namaste.
Thank you very much for the time given to us. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Namaste, everyone.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.
With that, we come to the end of the session. Sartaji, would you like to conclude that?
Yes. Yes, Maitreya. Thank you, Dr. Toshendra ji. It was a wonderful session. I think everyone really enjoyed the energy with which you conveyed so many points, quoting not just from the scriptures, but also connecting it to the modern day life and how we can help the future generations. And it was really I think the highlights were how when we take at any problem, like you said, the problem is to go inward, and how our motto is also to delve deep to find your true self, whether it's depression or violence or whatever the child is facing. It always comes because the child hasn't learned to connect with himself and understand himself. And as parents and educators, you have clearly expressed how there are many ways where we can, by simply being with them, spending time with them, that we learn to connect with them, and they will start understanding themselves better. And we can also understand their highs and lows so that we can be aware of what is troubling them and helping. And it's so many practical aspects that you have shared with us. And definitely, as you said, being in the presence of a guru allows the child to also evolve, not just the parents. And we are looking forward to hearing from you more. It's been a very inspirational session, your insights and your experience. And I think a lot of parents here benefited from the session, and we're very happy to hear from you. And I would like to end with saying I really loved how you said that whatever it is, you have to go back to your roots. And that's a wonderful message for all of us, not just the children. We have our own responsibilities too. And thank you so very much for this brilliant session. Thank you, Maitreya ji, for this opportunity for all of us to be part of this learning experience. Thank you.
And before end, I would like to say in coming months, we'll have more sessions like this with more prominent people joining us. There might be coming in between, but definitely we'll have more people coming in and answering your queries or questions or the things what is pertinent in our day-to-day life. Because we all face the things that we don't know where to look for. And I believe this kind of sessions can really help out where the life will go ahead in a better manner. Right. With that, we can end the session for today. Definitely stay in the group. We'll be updating that few things there. And the choice remains. Because if you are ready for gaining daily updates, you're most welcome. We'll update you there with quotes, messages, small methods, tools, which can help you in day-to-day life.
I'd like to thank all the audience also for being part of this our 30th year celebrations and this wonderful event. We hope you all benefited and you have something to take home to your children and to your family, and take it as part of your life, and be looking forward to meeting you again in our future sessions. Thank you.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, is there a certificate will be provided or not for this session?
For this session, you want the certifications? Right now, we never had the option for the certification. If you want, we can.
Okay.
Right. For the future sessions, we'll be having it. Don't worry about it, because we were just tying up with Sir, and we never got the approval for the certifications, right?
Actually, I was asking about this session.
That is what I'm saying. So we'll get you the certificate, no problems. You will get the
Okay.
certificate.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Namaskar.